Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Louise and I wanted to make a video today about wealth. So we have had Labour get in the UK and Labour's policy, so I don't want to go deep into politics because I know there's agendas and irrespective of who you vote for, right? But I like to sometimes take the themes of these things and explore them. So Labour's very much about let's go and take more money from the rich and make sure people can't own anything and give it to the poor or the poorer people, right? So we'll go and like swipe all this and that's going to make these people richer. But you know what? That's never going to work. Like, that is not how you get richer. You do not get richer in life from taking from people that are richer than you. You get richer in life by working on yourself, creating something that people want to tap into and want to give you money for. You don't get money by going and taking from other people, by, begging and, oh, please give me money. It doesn't work. I get it. I get that when you're really struggling, you do sometimes need a bit of a leg up. But the problem is that if people don't fix their own sort of ability to manifest and hold on to abundance, then you can take whatever you want from people, and if they don't have the capacity to hold that abundance, then they will lose it anyway, and then it will just end up going back to those same people because it is all very much an energy thing. The thing that proves this the most is when you see people who win the lottery and then within a few years they're broke again because they couldn't hold on to that money. You gave them 1 million or millions and they couldn't hold on to it because they were not able to hold on to that frequency of having that kind of money. They just will fight. Money, although even when you get a big lump sum of it, it can leave just as easily in that big lump sum. We have to fix our own vibration of being in a flow state. And the thing is, I do also believe, so I'm a person that, although I believe in manifesting, I believe in following our intuition on things. And I also believe in soul contracts. And I think there's some people, they obviously do find it very, very, very easy to make money. But I honestly believe that those people have certain contracts around money. So they just have different lessons. They have lessons to learn about how it can't buy you happiness and, not to be greedy. So they have their own lessons. It's very easy to be jealous of someone else's soul contract, right? Or that because they seem to have it easier than you in some ways. Like for me, I feel like my romance contract has been kind of insane because I feel like the level of self-love I have to get to is so high, whereas some people they seem to be able to just easily enter into relationships without really having any self-love at all. But I do believe we've chosen certain contracts, and I do believe that manifesting and our intuition and connecting with source and learning to shift our frequency and manifest can help us work through those contracts. But I do believe in soul contracts. I'm not somebody that doesn't believe in that. And people that find wealth very, very easy to attain very often have their own set of soul contracts. And it might seem unfair to us, but they're just living out their contract and they're going to have their own problems and their own issues. And none of us are here without, in my opinion, anything to learn from this life. So, it's best to just leave people be. If you're jealous of other people, then that's an even bigger block from bringing it into your own energy. But yeah, Labour have this frequency, and they bring a lot of people on board because people are like, yeah, I hate rich people, and let's just go and take all their money so we have it. But they're really missing the point that when you're in that energy, you're not going to create it for yourself. It's not an energy that's conducive to creating your own money. It's like other countries. I get that we feel sorry for people, but by constantly giving handouts, we're actually keeping those people like really held back, in my opinion, because they need to raise themselves up and find their own abundance. And I know some of us picked far more difficult contracts than others when it comes to this, but I do believe that everybody at some point, and every nation and every country has to do this. They have to learn to generate and manifest their own abundance. And there's other lessons, don't get me wrong, like I don't like it when I see people that have money that use that money to hold other people back. Like I have no problem with people being rich and going out there and earning their own money and becoming very abundant. I have no problem with that. I'm inspired by that. But it does annoy me when those people then use that money to control and hold other people back, because that's very different for me. But I do believe even that is a soul contract, and they're going to have lessons with that at some point, at some lifetime, to learn not to do that, because I don't think that is a positive energy for you or for others. But when it comes to just manifesting abundance, you know, these people do spend their money, they buy things, so you want to be someone that they want to buy from, right? Just going in there and taking it, well, bravo, you've taken that money. But if you don't have that energy and that frequency to hold on to that money, you will lose it just as quickly. They will end up back with it because they know how to manage money and they know how to manifest money, and we're gonna everything will just stay exactly the same. So it never works, and I see people fall for it over and over again. Oh yeah, let's go take the money off these people, and they really think it's going to make a difference, but it hasn't, it never has, and it never will, in my opinion. But I do honestly believe this taking money to become wealthier is always going to be a false economy. And you can see it in countries and nations, actually. First world countries, I know people are going to go and say about all the, you know, dark side of them. But one thing that they don't do is they don't seek help from outside of themselves. They don't. They just build themselves up, you know, and a lot of them have gone through incredibly challenging times, but they've kind of dealt with it within and they've grown. And I do believe it's a disservice personally to other countries to be reliant on outside countries. Sure, everybody has a disaster sometimes and they need additional help, and it's nice to share, but to be reliant on somebody else, it's never it's never going to move you forwards and move you up and allow you to match these countries and it's the same with people. It's never going to, however much money you take off wealthy people, you're never going to raise up and match them until you learn to find that frequency and find that abundance within yourself. You know, otherwise you'll just always be in that energy of like begging for it in a way, you know, and that's not a nice energy. We all want to feel empowered and abundant, and yeah, it's easier for some, it's more difficult for others. Like I said, I do believe in soul contracts. I believe that we have certain contracts that we chose in this lifetime in order to work through them and grow as souls and grow as a world overall. But anyway, let me know your thoughts below. Sometimes people heavily disagree with my opinions. So be interesting to see what people think on that one. I know it triggers a lot of people because a lot of people really hate rich people. They hate wealth. But I think if you dig deeper in that, there's a bit more to uncover. Anyway, I hope everyone is well, and I'll speak soon. Bye bye.